And we see the teams coming out here onto the pitch. It's going to be electric. It's going to be lots of try scoring, I think, guys.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fantastic match between two well-poised teams. We saw it on the women's side. The team that won earlier lost the final. Can the Loggerheads do the same thing and upset the experts? Perry Baker and the experts will be saying no, but when you've got Kevon Williams, Martin Yosefo, and a lot of talented up-and-comers, you can do pretty much anything.
Loggerheads led there by Kevon Williams, who's been again fantastic this weekend. In green, the Loggerheads will be a tough ask, coached by Colton Cariaga and Martin Yosefo, and the experts led by Justin Huntley and David Fee. Their captain Perry Baker, who's still got the dance move, still got the electric speed. He will be fun to watch. Just joining us, I'm Dallin Stanford, joined alongside by Olympian Madison Hughes and All-American from back in the day, Brianna Kim. And this one is going to be a fantastic fixture, 7 minutes each way. They've crowned the women's champion. Now the final match remains here at the 2021 Premier Rugby Sevens Inaugural Championship. Perry Baker, two-time Sevens World Series Player of the Year, first American ever to be in that mix, and he won it twice, back-to-back. And an absolute legend. He's up against Kevon Williams, proud father of two, and Martin Yosefo as well, the veteran, expecting a baby on the way soon. A lot on the shoulders of those Olympians. Kat Roach is our referee, one of the best in the business, one of the fastest and fittest as well. It's the experts in blue, kicking off to the Loggerheads in green. The 2021 Men's Championship Final in the inaugural Premier Rugby Sevens is underway. Not a good start. The Loggerheads will take this one, though.
It's unfortunate for Naya Tapper. He's too good of a player to make a mistake like that, and immediately puts the Loggerheads on the front foot. So not the start the experts will have been hoping for, and hopefully Naya can get his head up and get focused on his next task.
An interesting choice here by the Loggerheads. There's one of two options you can take on this free kick. You could either choose to go for the quick tap, or you could go for the scrum, each of course having its own advantages. And it looks like the Loggerheads here want to tie up a few of the experts players. Of course, there's 4 involved, the 3 in the scrum and the scrum half. So maybe using a little bit more of a tactical play here to let their players free on the outside.
And I think it'll be interesting to see whether we have Kevon Williams picking to the right and working with Martin Yosefo, using his footwork to get the one-on-one, and then maybe setting Kevon free with an offload.
So here we go. Patrick Madden is back, but Williams picks up and goes the distance. Kevon Williams to the dummy as well. Williams! He's got more energy than a nuclear power plant. That's how you start a cup final. It's all smiles for Kevon.
Didn't even need Yosefo on his outside, just speed to burn. So most defenses rely on their hooker to get out and cover that 9 coming around. And as a 9 myself, I used to love coming off the back and knowing that if I could sit him down slightly, I could then use my speed on the outside. And Kevon Williams, way more speed than I do, so showing he can get it done there.
And that's why scrums in the middle are so dangerous. The defense has to cover the entire field instead of just half the field. Paying dividends right there.
Kevon Williams tries converted by Patrick Madden, the 22-year-old. And Williams, Denver Barbarians and New Mexican Highlands out of Houston, Texas, an error. Started things off there from Naya Tapper. And that gives the Loggerheads a 7-0 lead. Madden goes to Perry Baker. Taped and dropped to the ground.
Pulling him in the air, he went in it on his top.
Yellow card, big moment in this game. 2 minutes in the sin bin for Martin Yosefo.
Yosefo on Baker there. Marty Yosefo, one of the best in the world at getting up and managing to knock the ball loose from the pods. Perry is one of the best in those pods, so good competition. Marty just getting it slightly wrong, and it's more clumsy than malicious there. You're just getting your body position slightly wrong, getting your hand in the wrong position. He's millimeters away from performing a great act for his team, but it's really going to cost them, and it's a massive opportunity for the experts now.
Perry Baker, product of Tiger Rugby, former arena football player as well. Corey Jones finds Baker, good speed all around. Tiger on the outside with a big fend, a big strong fend. Logan Tiger on the outside, still going. Tiger the distance, he's there. He's been used more than Zoom in 2020, and Logan Tiger stamps one in the cup final.
And you see immediately there the Loggerheads having to fight the challenge of having one man down. When the experts had that scrum, all they had to do was spin it to the outside. Easier said than done, but of course when you have someone like Logan Tago on the outside, you know he's going to finish. Incredible stiff arm there.
And in Sevens rugby, you can never really afford to miss one-on-one tackles. But with a yellow card, it becomes even more important that you bring the man down at the first opportunity. We just saw Tago fend him off, and then he's got a 50-60 meter chase with no cover defense. With 7 players, you might have had a guy there a bit sooner.
He's on the list, on Mike Friday's list. I bet you that. Grew up in a small island of American Samoa. Didn't leave till after high school. But we're glad he did. And it's 7-5 the score. Loggerheads in green, knocked this one down. Brendan Curl. Initially he had it. Just a knock on there from Jones.
Knock on in the coach.
Cat Roche being definitive there. Corey Jones maybe looking a little bit stunned, trying to get some reward from the aggressive play there. But again, Loggerheads now with the scrum, and of course this is going to be a little bit difficult because they only have 2 backs on the outside instead of the typical 3.
Yeah, with a yellow card, you'll often narrow up, be quite confrontational, and try and keep the ball through a number of phases and fragment the defense.
Kevon Williams waits, gets it from Madden. Williams goes down the short side. Kevon Williams absorbs one. Devon Short is there as well. Curl, the Zimbabwean, to Madden. Now Lance Williams. A great player Lance Williams is. Gets the offload nicely. Jabari Leopold, 24-year-old, does well. Played in New Zealand with the Eden Rugby Club. Gets the penalty.
Getting penalties when you have a yellow card is a fantastic thing. It allows you to take 20, 30 seconds off the clock, especially if you kick for a line out. So that's exactly what the Loggerheads need. And in fact, it brings Martin Yusefu back onto the field. So 5 points conceded by the Loggerheads during that yellow card period. They'd probably take that. Often it's a 2-try during a yellow card is the standard.
Guys, scrum.
Big Martin Yusefu on the field. Meanwhile, Naima Folau is getting some attention on that left calf of his. Important player for the expert side. Loggerheads just lost 1 game, and it was against this expert side, 29-21 in pool play. But as we saw what happened in the women's final, it's irrelevant what happens in the pool as long as you get through to the cup final. Kevon Williams wanted to go down the left-hand side. Now he steps up the middle. Kevon Williams, space opens up, and then closed very quickly. Tackled by Dave Hightower. Lance Williams cuts back in, gets the offload again beautifully. Short does well. Not able to be handled, though, by Jabari Leopold.
Yeah, Anthony Welmers did a really good job launching off the line. It was 2 defenders on 3 attackers, but the line speed they brought meant that the Loggerheads couldn't get it to the edge. Welmers doing a really good job there and then filling in on his outside as the Loggerheads did get a couple offloads off.
The Loggerheads probably not having as much depth as they would have wanted to in this half, as well as you just said, Madison, with Welmers coming up and applying so much pressure. The shallowness that they had just adds more pressure on them and really makes them be very acute in executing.
It's Corey Jones and the experts. Jones, he's got a lot of tries in Austin, playing with the Austin Huns as well. Goes down to the contact, gets a penalty for the experts. They want to go quickly. Folau. Dangerous, close, finds Baker. Perry Baker skips in 1, dishes the ball. It's been knocked.
And just unlucky there, seeing that ball right back in. You think that Perry Baker's going to score that. Hits the ball on the inside, and just a little bit too much weight on that.
Naima Folau just questioning whether he touched the ball down as it was landing. I think when it's a knock-on, you don't usually get the benefit of the doubt for that. Kevon Williams having some gentle fun at his expense. 2 guys very close back at the training centre, and Kevon enjoying that Naima was the one to make the mistake there.
Definitely the themes have been following this weekend. Their roommates and teammates in the US setup and Canadian setup going against each other. DeMonte Nobo's on the field for the Loggerheads, but Yusefu drops this one. Doesn't matter, it's a penalty. I think there was Anthony Welmers. Here they go. Curl at midfield. Got it from Yusefu. Brendan Curl. Won't have the legs to go the distance, but does well over the halfway line, does Curl. The young, exciting player. Short. Gives it to Madden. Oh, what a step from Madden. Very elusive. Williams comes into the fray. The big frame of the Utah Warrior. Short with the San Diego Legion. Now Martin Yusefu. Can't get ahead of steam. Baker comes in with the intercept. Perry Baker with Williams on his shoulders. Targo finds Folau. Big contact from Demonte Noble. 7-5 the score still. The final play here of this first half. It's a penalty to the Loggerheads.
Perry Baker with the great intercept. He shot up, but now the Loggerheads back on the attack.
Curl wants to go quickly. He needs Demonte Noble off his shoulder. Can't get the ball away. Baker has him, just toying. Now the short side. Short with a little dummy. Devon Short. Still going into the 22. Work their way well upfield here of the Loggerheads. Curl. Needs a big play here. Does Brendan Curl. Can't get through.
Back.
It's a game of small margins. Martin Yosefo takes the contact in front and then goes for the line. Loses it.
Knock on.
Wow. Well, that will bring the halftime whistle. It's a tight one. Like those middle seats on the plane. It's 7-5. The Loggerheads lead the Experts here in the Men's Championship Cup final. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with the second half. The Memphis Blues welcomes you back to Tennessee. Perry Baker is on display here. Global player of epic proportions. And it's the Loggerheads, though, that lead 7 points to 5. Kevon Williams' team up here in the Men's Championship final. It's going to be an absolute barn burner as these things go in the final 7. Who you got?
Oh, you're making me make predictions now. I don't know. It's the last 7 minutes, though, and it is as tight as we would want it to be. Look, as we said, inaugural championship on the line, but as Madison said, it is the bragging rights on the line for these Olympian players. They do not want to lose to each other. Everything is on the line for these guys.
Kat Roach is our official. She says, let's go. We're going to crown a champion in 7 minutes. Patrick Madden. Excellent restart, and Perry Baker takes this one. Welmers is with him. Well worked together. The All-Army product Welmers. Folau in midfield. They shoot up on defense. He cuts back in. Finding his forward pack. They go up the middle. Lovely little ball to Folau in open space. Naya Folau needs runners. Oh, it's been knocked down by Demonte Noble. I'm scared he's going to go to the sideline for 2 minutes. Yes, he will. That's the yellow card. Huge moment of the game.
Really unfortunate second yellow card of the game for the Loggerheads, and they'll now have had to play 4 minutes of this 14 with 6 players, and that's never easy to do. Means you're going to be more tired, and it's going to put them under pressure now for the next 2 minutes.
The Experts with Corey Jones, with those 7 players on the field looking to turn it back in field. Logan Targo. Targo fights with Lance Williams. Folau. Hightower to Perry Baker. What's Baker got for us? He finds Welmers on the outside. Anthony Welmers, well handled.
Box forward into touch.
Yeah, and there was space there for Perry Baker. I think he had a one-on-one. There was no real inside cover defense. So I wonder if he maybe should have had to go on his own, step back, puts the ball to Welmers, and he's drifting across the pitch, and it's really difficult to make anything happen there. Tries to get the offer to stay in bounds.
Let's go down pitch side to Gareth Rees for some comments.
Yeah, just beside the sin bin, which currently holds Demonte Noble. He's not happy about that call. And I tend to agree with him. I don't think it went forward off his hand. It went backwards. So could that be the difference in the second half? Back to you guys.
Yeah, interesting. Reese, I've seen the text font, though, on your phone. It's size jumbo large, so I don't know if you can tell, but I know if Demonte was there, having you on there, the Canadian legend and Hall of Famer Gareth Rees is pitch side for us. And here comes Yosefo. Great little flick in field, but it comes to the expert. Hightower has it. There's an open space for Hightower. Cuts back in as well. It's fabulous from Dave Hightower. And the Experts take the lead.
And maybe not quite how the Experts drew that up, but again, just outstanding defense. Perry Baker getting in the way, allowing for Dave Hightower to clean up that ball and just take it to the house. Again, this next minute and a half is absolutely crucial for the Experts. Having one man up, that means everything. You have to push the pace, put the Loggerheads on the back foot, and really make them scared in their boots so that you can take advantage of this mismatch.
I think that was testament to how familiar some of these players are with one another. Martin Yosefo was looking for Kevon Williams. He saw him, but then at the last second, Perry Baker came in and got in the gap, prevented that pass from happening. So that's Perry being very clever, knowing what Martin Yosefo likes to do and stopping it from happening.
So here we go. Demonte Noble is back in. 12-7 the score. Dave Hightower tried out with the Team USA bobsleigh team as well, the 30-year-old. He can do it all. He's got very, very strong, powerful legs and very fit also. Perry Baker urging on his side. 4 minutes to go in this men's championship final. The Loonies are the women's champions. Folau goes down the centre. Noble is there. Only 5 feet tall, but able to get to it. Knocks it down, and
Offside.
offside play from his own teammates after he knocked it on.
No, against you. Put down.
Folau goes quickly for the experts, not here for a haircut. Folau fires one over the top to Corey Jones. Jones, what a lively character he is, flicks it back in field. Baker recycles. Targo in midfield. Logan Tayo takes him on, loses possession, but able to get it back for Baker. Still loose. And then Loggerheads pick this up with Madden. Patrick Madden with Kevon Williams secure possession. Devon Short is there. It's gone backwards. Tomasin Noble picks it up. Noble, this is going to be exciting. Noble gets the step. 3 players on him. Feeds Williams. Loggerheads with 2 on either side to attack with. They come to Madden's side. The man from San Diego. What a lovely move from Madden. Steps in, steps out. Madden going the distance. What a score from the youngster.
Patrick Madden stepping up, and when his team needed him, he made it happen. Several steps, and that's a fantastic try. And the Loggerheads, from a moment ago looking like they might be in trouble, get the turnover, go through phases, and Madden gets the score to tie it up with the conversion to come.
And really just the experts' defense a little bit disorganized, but that's not to say that Loggerheads' attack was that organized as well. Again, as you said, Madison, Patrick Madden just really stepping up and just taking the vertical game and going forward. Unfortunately, that kick was not made. That is absolutely crucial in these last 2 minutes. Score tied at 12 apiece.
It's the fine margins. Patrick Madden has been the Loggerheads kicker all day. He's done a fantastic job. Looked like he got a little twist as he was touching the ball down. Samadi Yosefo, not a regular kicker, steps up to take it and just not able to put it through.
Don't forget, if the game ends in a tie, we have new rules here at the Premier Rugby Sevens. We'll go into a kicking competition straight away, a drop kicking competition. It'll be something new, it'll be something fun. I can't wait to see it, but let's see what happens here. It's 12 all so far. The Loggerheads score with Patrick Madden. His leg is knocked down by Yosefo, does superbly, unbelievable skills back in midfield. And now it comes to Williams on the outside. Lance Williams, 2018 Rookie of the Year. Lovely little switch. Tomasin Noble. Tomasin Noble's got more steps than the Great Wall of China. He's still going. Noble just need to put his head down. The Loggerheads still with possession. There it is. Short is there. He'll bust in. Devon Short, another 23-year-old that scores for the Loggerheads in the cup final.
The Loggerheads keeping that ball alive all the way through. Of course, maybe Tomasin Noble making it a little bit more difficult on himself, but look, this is a hot stepper. Look at his footwork, so shiny, so speedy, and of course, Devon Short with the finish. But even before that, the way that Tomasin Noble got that ball was because the two of his teammates were able to keep that ball alive. Quick hands, just beautiful stuff.
We've got to see this kick, yep. 2 points being added. Vital score. Ooh, off the bird, it's all right. 19 points to 12. So a converted try needed by the experts to stay alive in this game.
And not long to go, so the experts now, it's looking around being like, who is the man who's going to step up? Who are we going to get the ball to? And it starts with this kickoff. I assume the Loggerheads are probably going to go to Martin Yosefo once again. He's one of the best in the world at kickoff time. And if they can recover the ball, that could be it.
Martin Yosefo started that try with that excellent aerial aerobatics. Perry Baker is the man I got my money on. If he can get hands-on possession, he can do anything. Here it comes down to the experts. Huge tackle on Noah Bain. It's been good when he's come off the bench, has Bain. Folau has Baker with him. Ignores him. Goes to Corey Jones. Jones not able to get through first time, but always able to get the pass away. Welmers with a little dummy there. The U.S. Army Sevens winner at Rugby Town, USA for many years in the Armed Forces Challenge. Here they come with Folau again. I was going to say, don't kick the ball away. You got Perry Baker. Does he not want it? Here they cut back yet again. The experts. Time is up. Converted try needed. How does it sit? Bain puts his body on the line.
Leave it. Leave it. It's a rugby incident.
Play on, says Cat Roach. It's a rugby incident. Perry Baker, where are you, my friend? Here comes Welmers now. Targo needs to be strong. Targo, get off me, says Targo, go on the outside. It's tremendous. He's stronger than my uncle's aftershave. Logan Targo with a unbelievable score. This kick to tie things up.
I can't believe it. I'm not sure why they didn't go to Perry Baker. They had multiple opportunities to do so, but of course, he's not the only guy on the pitch. Of course, they swung it back to the other side. Logan Tago here, just doing what he's done all day. Stretch the sideline. Look at that body right there. He is sprinting for the try. We will see the kick to come.
Well, Leon Powell got shoved 15 to 20 meters away. Logan Tago stretching there. This kick has gone over. It is 19-all in the inaugural championship cup final. We're going to take a short break and come back with a kicking competition. It is unbelievable. It's dramatic. We couldn't write the script ourselves. Stay with us. Memphis, Tennessee. We'll be back. Welcome back to dramatic scenes here in Memphis, Tennessee. It is extra time, which means we are going to a kicking competition. We're going to hear from Gareth Reese pitch side. What is going on down there? How's this going to work?
Connecting with both coaches. Neither team had practiced this. They barely knew the rules. Then we had Perry Baker. Yosefo's going to take the first one here, so I'll shoot it back to you guys. But Baker and Kevon Williams had a coin toss. Here's the first kick off the left foot of Martin Yosefo.
Okay, Loggerheads. 3 kickers are going to be used. They must have been on the field. He misses the first kick. All right, so the experts have a chance here to go into the lead. We have never seen anything like it, so bear with us. Noah Bain, he was on the field. That's Martin Yosefo, who's missed that kick, unfortunately. It's in line from the 22-meter line, so quite a distance away, even though it's directly in front. Here comes Noah Bain, the 24-year-old. Just came off. He has fresh legs. Noah Bain. He has missed it. 1-0 the score after one kicker each.
Yeah, and both of these teams seem to have taken off a lot of their guys who would be their natural kickers. So guys putting their hands up, being brave, saying, I'm willing to take a chance and do my best for the team.
Brendan Curl, he's got highlight videos on YouTube about him kicking and his skills. Let's see what he's got, my friends. Is he a man for the big occasion? Brendan Curl pulls it to the side. So, stepping up, Lewis Turbyfield. So just the players at the end of the match who are on the playing field can kick, are eligible. That's the great things about the rules. Louis Turbyfield from Turks and Caicos, the 25-year-old. These are all the practices you do at home in the garden by yourself. You never know when you're going to have to use it on the biggest stage to decide the men's championship final. Turbyfield strikes it well. He turns. The first player to get it over.
Looks like Patrick Madden is up next for the Loggerheads, and he's been a fantastic kicker all weekend. So a regular kicker now for the Loggerheads.
Just to remind you, we're here because it was tied 19-all at full time into a new look decider. Madden has pulled it. The experts have won it. Lewis Turbyfield has kicked the kick to claim it in Perry Baker's side. The experts have come good as the men's champions in 2021. It is unbelievable scenes in the tournament rules. A delight all round. You've seen it here, rugby fans.
What an unreal turn of events down. When you were asking me earlier who to predict here, no way that I could have picked this to end on a kicking competition. We all thought that was never going to happen.
All right, we're going to take a short break and come back with the post-match. It's the final, the experts, the men's champions here in Memphis, Tennessee. Welcome back to the 2021 PR7s Inaugural Championship. It has been an unbelievable finish here. The Loggerheads tied 19-all against the experts. Experts winning with a drop kick there in extra time. Let's get some reaction from Gareth Reese, who's pitch side.
Well, it's mayhem on the field here. We got winners, and we got an MVP winner, Logan Tago. Congratulations, MVP for the tournament.
Thank you. You know, God is good. You know what I'm talking about? I've been preparing for this. When I got the opportunity, you know what they say, preparation meet opportunity, and that's all it, you know what I mean? And you leave everything on the field. It's been an honor. It's been a great experience to play with some of the USA guys on my team, Perry Baker, Wally, and Naima, you know what I mean? You can't, I'm speechless right now, you know what I mean? To share the same locker room with Perry Baker and them, it's an honor, you know what I mean?
This was, I mean, the first time ever, Premier Rugby Sevens. This is the championship, man.
This is my first tournament ever. Like I said, when I got the call, I was preparing for this. I put all that work in, you know what I mean? That work show off on the field, you know what I mean? So preparation, the opportunity, and that's it right there.
Great stuff. Congratulations, MVP for you. Go join your team. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Gareth. Yeah, Logan Tayo, what a player, 24 years old from American Samoa, out of Washington State University as well. What a lovely rugby family he comes from as well. His brother's an All-Army champion, Matty Targo. And tremendous scenes there, and what a dramatic way to finish a tournament, but also how exciting.
So dramatic. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a tighter, more closely fought game, and for it to all come down to a kicking competition, it's really incredible. I mean, for years we've seen that on the sheet and never seen a game actually go there, so it's really cool and very dramatic.
And it's awesome. I mean, you see on the screen right here the inaugural women's champions, the Loonies. I mean, both games were just absolutely outstanding, and the play just kept rising and rising throughout the day, which is what you'd expect, what you want. Of course, here, Captain Alev Kelter about to rise the trophy. Well done to these ladies.
Congratulations to the Loonies. Outstanding performance in the end. Your inaugural champions here in Memphis, Tennessee. Sublime display from their sides. Alev Kelter and Delaney Aikens, the MVP from Canada. Brilliant footage. Memories to last a lifetime as well for these players.
Yeah, the Loonies really stepping up, and PR7s being a huge step forward for women's rugby in the US. First ever professional women's competition of rugby in the United States, and that's just a massive step forward that was made this weekend and something we can really build upon.
Just every girl that's watching this screen right now, whether you've played rugby before or you haven't, all of these girls have come from so many different sports, and that's what's so amazing about rugby. It doesn't matter what body type you have, where you come from, this is what's so exciting. So if you're watching right now, pick up a ball, start learning how to play, because it is the best game in the world.
It really is. Now the men's turn to come and get their silverware. Huge congratulations to the founder, Owen Scannell. You saw him picture there talking to Perry Baker. Huge success of this inaugural event. They're going to have more next year. I wanted to kick one off and just to showcase what can be done. Logan Tayo there in the middle. Perry Baker joining around here. It's the experts. Champions in 2021 at the PR7s. Congrats to them and their coaching staff of Justin Huntley and David Fee as well. It's Perry Baker, the selfie king.
And Owen Scannell, who's put this all together from nothing, and giving it to Perry Baker. He's World Player of the Year. He's won World Series tournaments. He's been to Olympics, but you can see how much winning this means to him.
There we go. That's what it's about. All smiles, all celebrations. The experts are your 2021 Premier Rugby Sevens men's champions. Brilliant kit from Samurai as well. Looking sharp, playing sharp. Brilliant stuff.
Just a sight to see. Again, hats off to the whole PR7s crew. This is such an inaugural successful event.
Amazing. What a week, what a day in Memphis it's been. We can really build upon this, but from a starting point, really fantastic.
Well, congrats to the Loonies, the women's champions, and the experts, the men's champions. Thanks for joining us. It has been absolutely sensational. It has been brilliant indeed. Our champions are crowned. You'll see them online. PR7s, remember the name. The tournament is here to stay. We can take a short break.